highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. First time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning. It's my grown, extended, beautiful family. Just thank you for the love and support. You dropping different ideas for different contents is truly appreciated. I would love to cover a lot of things that we all have questions and concerns about. Watching my videos well enough, please drop me a line or two. I would love it just to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift and how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. If you feel like the video is very uplifting to you, give you good vibes, good inspiration that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath going through trying times and spiritual, go ahead and while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media. And the meditating music I'm using in the background is so perfect for the content I'm about to use. It's called Dissolve Negative Patterns, Wipe Out Subconscious Negativity, 432 hertz frequency. And that is really helping me because it's like, even though I'm not thinking of anything negative, it could be something in the back of our mind that, we're truly trying to make peace with, or just, trying to, part ways with, period. You know, um, but yeah, I use that in the background. In the video I'm doing today, it's called Twin Flame 101. Hey, Okas, are you experiencing work coming to me? There'll be different, I just love doing research about spiritual bypass, or just bypassing, like unresolved cycle, spiritual bypassing. And it's just bypassing it. It's a technique, to be able to do it. But to me, I mean, what they do is what they do. I don't have a degree and all that different stuff or whatever. I'm just going by my degree of my life's experiences. Okay. So it's just, to me, I really feel like that's like a coping mechanism. And I really don't like coping mechanisms, to be honest with you, in my opinion, because I feel like you're still holding on to something that you truly need to face and come to terms with and just part ways. Because I feel like if you're just bypassing it, it's going to come back. And when it comes back, it's going to be a lot more painful than it was when you were dealing with it in the first place. I've done that. It was just like so many different things during our moon shift and these different, your portal jumping and stuff like that. And, you're coming to a terms, a lot of things, you're dealing with a lot of basically spiritual side effects on different things when you're going through your kundalini, your ascension, your spiritual awakening. All these different terms had to come up, but they're wanting you to face a lot of things that we have been suppressing for so long that has us traumatically triggered when we're dealing with anything, whether if you were molested or you were beat, as like abuse, serious abuse, any different thing that has just has really left you in a traumatic state, to where you view life differently, you view the world differently, even people. A lot of times, we put walls up because we don't want to trust anybody. We put walls up. We don't. Some people, they go through toxic relationships where they sit up here and say, oh, all women are the same, or all men are the same, or there's someone else say all men are narcissistic in some kind of way. But you have to understand it comes on both forms, on both different sexes. I done found some narcissistic females as quick as mine, narcissistic males as well. It's all about how they were brought up, all about how they were viewing life as growing up as adolescents. They're basically repeating life's history on the things that they've been taught, the things that they've been exposed to, is what you need to tell. This is how I grew up. And now it just really made sense to me to understand, you're being taught this, or we feel like, okay, this one person, since they're this nationality, all of them are like that. And it's not true. You have good and bad people on every race. Every race. It's not like, everybody is like that in certain situations. That's, I feel like that is like small minded when people are like that. But it's just like, it's never healthy towards me. I'm talking about my personal opinion, to use spiritual bypass. It might help you for that minute, but that's just like you're putting super glue and a band-aid on your broken leg. Well, they might glue your bone together for that minute, but it's like one little tip. You stub your toe, and you already know if you stub your toe up against something, Lord have mercy, you're gonna lose everything. As soon as you lose that, you hit your toe in the dark, that can bring up all type of hell. But it's not going to help you. It might help you body's communication off from you, or like if you want to you want to date, but you're tired of being alone. But at that time, universe is telling you you need to be alone so you can heal, so you can allow yourself to know yourself on a different level. Face the things that has you feeling this way. Face the things that has you keep on picking the same kind of people you pick, or allowing yourself to not feel like you need to be validated by other people. Like able to be able to validate yourself, appreciate your worth, know your worth. It's like all my experiences. I felt like I didn't love myself because I had mommy and daddy issues. Um, it was just like I kept picking bad men at times. Some of them I did have good relationships with. They're all, I never regret any relationship I've been in, because they have taught me something in my life, whether it was, friendships as well. All of them, I never regret anything, no matter how bad they treated me. I never did. And it took me a minute for me to be able to do that, because it's like every person you come encounter with is teaching you something. People that you connect with is teaching you something. They may have taught you something that you weren't aware of, and you're doing the same thing for them. We're all connecting in different ways, shape, form, or fashion. And it's always healthy for you to be able to face the things that, are triggering you in your life. Come to a common ground with yourself to say, okay, if this keeps resurfacing, what does the universe want me to know from this situation? What are they trying to teach me through certain things? And that's how I have to really look at my life at times, especially when I'm ready to end certain situations that has been tagged along for too long. Allow myself to really come to terms with it. Don't just say you're over it just to be saying that, because God knows when you're lying. Universe is like, okay, yeah, right. Oh wait, let me go ahead and let you evaluate what your situation is really trying to tell you. And that's what it is. A lot of times when we're going through these spiritual awakenings, it's just, backwards. Awakening the spirit, there's a part of you has been laying dormant for too long. You had to go through different levels. You had to experience different traumas. You had to go through different, caveman, I'll say caveman, but different caves, just to be able to get to where you're getting, being able to ascend to that next spiritual level that you're needed at. So it's just like you had to be able to experience all these hard times for you to be able to appreciate the good times that's coming towards you. There's a lot of things you had to learn. A lot of times we get mad because we don't get the things that we truly, deserve, or we've been working hard for. And you're going to get them. It's all written in stone. If it's meant for you, you will have it. But you had to go through different trials, tribulations. You had to come to a lot of terms on some dark situations, traumatic situations, things to get you triggered. It was just like, for me, like, I can say, oh, I'm good. I'm not going to allow people from my past to really put me in a certain position where my whole body language or demeanor changes because the sight of them or their names being mentioned, or something that, is going to take me back to that spot where they did. I've been tested like that recently. And it was just like, I'm looking at that person like, okay, how you doing? And just keep walking. But it's just like with them, when they see me, they know I used to wreak havoc. So when they see me, they already feeling like I'm not going to be that same person. Is that okay? Well, let me just exit stage left before she embarrassed me like she did last time. And I'm like, this ain't even me no more. You're not even an issue to me, or you're a non-daggone factor to me. Going about your business. I pray for you. I hope and pray that you heal where you need to heal, like I did, and keep it moving, because it's just like life is too short for you to be holding on to things that cannot be changed. You know, um, Holding on to things that has really hurt you. These things were put in your life for you to learn. These things were put in your life and had to be done to you for you to be able to be strengthened, for you to be able to be aware of the power that you hold surrounding you and within to you. Allowing yourself to know you're not what has happened to you. You had this experience. You had to grow from that. You had to go deep rooted knowledge. There's a lot of people that are doing what I do. You know, um, Want to be motivational speakers. They had to go through all these trials and tribulations and go through those hard times, do different things in their life for them to be able to know they can relate to a lot of people and their differences that they have, dealing with diversity, poverty, all these different things they had to experience, if they were going to be able to teach somebody else, to let them know my life is going to be a survival guide, but these are the things that I had to do to get where I had to go. There is no successful person that has not went through a struggle, one shape, way, or form, unless you were one of those people that were born with a silver spoon in your mouth and you really didn't have to work hard for what you did. And some people, even when they had the silver spoon put in their mouth, they had to go through different things and they had to work harder. Just because the fact is, if they're known for certain things, oh yeah, your family's richer. If you want to even take example for the Kardashians, a lot of people feel like, oh, they had a silver spoon in their mouth, and and I really like them, even though I have my ways about certain things that they do, but I can respect their business sense. Certain things, I said if I wanted to take business or whatever, they got all this beauty cosmetics or whatever. I mean, I can, you know appreciate the hustle. I'm like, go ahead, do you. But certain people, if you feel some type of way about folks like that, they always have a negative thing to say. I mean, they do a lot in their level of businesses or whatever. Some of them had to work hard. I've heard, what was her name, Kendall. She started doing modeling, and she said she had to work hard. She didn't want people thinking this stuff was handed to her because of who her dad was. She wanted to work and say she earned that on her own. Now, I get that. I understand that. I want to be able to go and do my things the way I'm doing it, not because who daughter I am, but because I worked hard for it. I've earned that. I love what I do. I love to be able to voice my opinion, share my experiences, my downfalls, as well as my setbacks, but also being able to show you, okay, this is what I had to go through. These are the things that I had to face. But if I know I wanted to get all these beautiful things, there was a lot of things I had to come to terms with. I had to allow myself to let go of certain things to get certain things like this, because I said later down on the road with situations I had to come with it. I still don't have answers about, people avoid me, they want to still, sugarcoat the truth or whatever, or people want to just hate on me, especially that knows the situation, who is in this situation with me that has caused that problem with me. I don't hold no anger against my mom's ex-husband or his wife or, her kids. All of them knew about my situation and they were in it. They were all up in it, and it took me a long time to be able to heal from that. It took me a long time to come to terms with that, because I feel like I'm not allowing you to have that power over me no more. You have done it for like, 40 some years. I'm not about to allow this to keep on going on. I'm better than that. Just because you see yourself as that, and how you see me is not my concern. How I see myself is what matters to me. What I had to heal with so I can get my peace of mind, what I can let go of, because I feel like whatever is done in the dark is going to eventually come to light. You can't keep doing things you're doing like that, especially to something that was beautiful and you tainted that. You're gonna end up reaping, God's wrath when you have done stuff like that. And it's just like, if you haven't noticed between the last couple of years, people, especially these celebrities, a lot of things that they did in the dark is starting to resurface. Like they thought, people have a bad habit of when they done things, they got this long, I'm gonna keep doing what I do. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. I could just shoot them a couple of dollars or whatever, or do this certain thing, and I can bypass, getting in, being, what do they call it? Having repercussions for what they did. But they're starting to face the facts on a lot of things they did. I was like, ooh, okay. Karma is not being picky. You can catch it. You can have a lot of money. You can be a celebrity, and you're gonna catch it just as well as the average Joe can. So it's just like, that's why I try to be honest about my stuff. If I got a lie, I don't want to say nothing. I'm not even about to. I mean, I don't even like lying anyway, because I don't like backtracking what I gotta say. If somebody come out and say, "Oh, Roslynn, you said this and this and that," I'm like, "Wait a minute, no, I didn't." And I'm recorded. So I want to just be able to speak my truth, being able to let people know my experiences so they can be able to look at their situations, allowing themselves to know you have the right to be happy. You deserve to be happy. You're worthy of any blessing that comes towards you. Don't allow yourself to do a spiritual bypass when you need to sit up here and come to terms with the things that has really put you in a dark spot. It's not hurting nobody for you to hold on to that except yourself. You're blocking your own self from the things that you truly need to do when you're working. Concentrate on yourself, on healing in different levels that that you need. Allow yourself to use that tragedy to bring out something beautiful and, peaceful towards yourself that you really deserve. So I will go ahead. I'm so happy I was able to do another video, because y'all, I only been able to do 3 lately. I said I'm gonna try my best. I just asked the universe, hey, help me. If you need me to do some more videos today, give me that motivation as well as that energy, because I need it. So, but I will go ahead and give a post notification shout out to Ray Clay. Much love to you as well. Welcome to the fam. If you want to drop, a certain line where you want me to go ahead and talk my feedback from it, go ahead and drop it into the comment section, or just drop me a line. Let me know if you've been doing this, because a lot of times we do stuff like this and we're not even aware of they actually got words for that. Because we're like, oh man, that's what that's called. Yes, I've done it for years, and I was like, oh wow, that's a good thing to talk about, because I have done that. So I try to go ahead and make videos or content about my life experiences, or where universe is guiding me towards, that they want me to shed light on, towards people that are struggling with certain things, or that they need to know about their lives and their surroundings. So like I said, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop me a line, and hit the bell so when you're going to be notified on when I do my next video. And you know uh just give out love and light, and know that you're truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for better days. God, y'all may having a hot flash right about now, going through all these different changes. So make sure you give love, light, and prosperity, as well as positive vibes. You never know your words, frequencies, and vibes. It may really take somebody along